ain't doing all that fucking nonsense again. Hello. It's been a while. Doing alright? Yeah? Kids okay? Good? Mum alright? Yeah? Okay, good. We're going to take a look at my top 5 games of 2023. And it has been a fantastic year for games. For the industry, it's been fucking shit. So before we look at the best games, let's take a moment to mourn the ones we've lost. Anyway, I won't bang on about the pathetic state of the industry. I'm not Stephanie Sterling.
5.
What I love about French developer Don't Nod is their willingness to keep trying fresh genres, from vampire game Vampire to Sweet Valley High simulator Life is Strange. They've always shown an enthusiasm for something fresh. And so this year we get the excellent climbing adventure Jusant. And let me tell you, it's the most fun I've had since I climbed on top of your mum. In Jusant, you play a silent protagonist scaling a rocky tower jutting out from where used to be a vast ocean. It's your job to climb this seemingly abandoned tower and find out where all gone that water went. Making use of an alternate trigger climbing mechanic to simulate your arm movements, Jusant makes the traversal itself fun and engaging, rather than just a means to get from A to B. Lost diaries left in since abandoned villages, whilst a pretty archaic form of storytelling by today's standards, fits in with the world beautifully and keeps you wanting to go ever higher for answers. The puzzles are good, the story is good, it is good.
4.
2D Mario games have been treated like a cheap whore for well over a decade now. The bland as all fuck new Super Mario Bros. Franchise has been wheeled out every couple of years whenever Nintendo needed a cheap win over the holidays, showing it absolutely no love or affection. No change in art style, no gameplay innovation. What can Nintendo do to reinvigorate this beloved series? Well, they could change the art style and do some gameplay innovations. I just said. The thing is, 2D Mario's always been mechanically excellent, but for my money, not since Super Mario World 2 has Nintendo shown so much thought and given so much care and given a well-needed transformation to our beloved plumber. The new art is fresh and lively, the soundtrack is bouncy and fits the on-screen action perfectly, and the game genuinely imbibes a sense of wonder. The main hook of this game being the wonder flowers you can find on every stage that change the gameplay up in a myriad of different ways, and they're phenomenal, to be honest. I'm not going to tell you what the wonder flowers do, because that's the wonder. If I tell you the wonder, then you won't have Super Mario Wonder anymore. You'll just have plain Super Mario, which, as we've discussed, is shit.
3.
It's Chrono Trigger. It's literally just Chrono Trigger. Alright, it's a bit more than just Chrono Trigger. It has a fancy pants lighting system and some quality of life additions you'd expect from a modern RPG, but it is Chrono Trigger. Enemies appear on screen before battles, it has a whimsical cast of characters, and a plot involving time travel. But this isn't a knock on the game at all, it's fucking brilliant. Because it's Chrono Trigger. The thing is, in the year of our Lord 2023, this old school approach to JRPGs is actually thoroughly refreshing, and developer Sabotage Studios has absolutely nailed what made that era of RPGs so engaging and memorable. Also, there's a cameo from Gerard the Completionist where he takes donations.
2.
Every now and again a game comes along that is so simple yet so deceptively deep and baffling. Cocoon is obtuse, there's no dialogue, there's no story exposition, you're just sort of left to interpret what is going on around you. And not just a story either, there's no real tutorials as such, you just have to figure it all out through trial and error, which might sound frustrating, but the brilliant thing about Cocoon is that it gives you all the tools you need to solve the problem in front of you, right in front of you. There's no backtracking for something you might have missed or a complex inventory of items to try out. Everything is just right there, which gives you the confidence to know that you will figure this out. The puzzles revolve around these coloured orbs, which not only have their own unique abilities, but also contain within them entire worlds you can jump into. You start jumping into worlds within worlds, Inception style, and despite the complexity of it all, the entirety of its incredibly elegant control scheme is just one analog stick and one button. Bit like my sex life really, there's just one joystick and one button, but fucked if I know what I'm supposed to be doing with them.
1.
It's Bloodborne. It's literally just Bloodborne. Okay, this time I'm joking. Yes, on first glance, it looks like Bloodborne. And, admittedly, on second glance, it looks like Bloodborne. And by the time the credits are rolled, it does actually still look like Bloodborne. But if you've played enough of these Souls-like games, you know that Lies of P actually has a fair few ideas of its own that make it stand alone in a genre that is quite frankly in danger of turning stale. You play as Pinocchio, seemingly the only puppet that hasn't gone proper mental and started killing all the humans, as you travel the derelict city of Krat to discover why all the puppets have started unaliving everybody. All the usual Souls trappings are here, gathering souls, or Ergo as it's called here, from fallen enemies, dropping those souls, or Ergo as it's called here when you die, and having to run back to your corpse to collect those souls, or Ergo as it's called here, and shops and skill trees where you can purchase items and upgrade your skills with the souls.
Please stop saying it, Dan.
Or Ergo as it's called here!
You're a cunt.
Yes, it is familiar, but enough effort has been put in here to its tight combat, challenging bosses, its enemy and level design to make this by a country mile the best Souls game that's not made by From Software. The weapon combining system is unique, the music is sombre and extravagant in all the right places, and after I finished it and stepped away, I knew this was the most fun I'd had in gaming all year. Also, despite what it looks like, it actually plays more like Sekiro with a focus on parrying, so if you've never quite got the hang of parrying, then maybe Lies of P isn't for you. I just wish I could parry my wife's verbal abuse.
You're still a cunt.
Merry Christmas, everyone.